Good morning. We welcome you all to today's session on Open Network for Digital Commerce and schemes of SIDBI. Small Industries Development Bank of India, SIDBI, set up on 2nd April 1990 under an Act of Indian Parliament, acts as the principal financial institution for promotion, financing, and development of the micro, small, and medium enterprise sector, as well as for coordination of functions and institutions engaged in similar activities. SIDBI is engaged in institutional finance to eligible prime lending institutions such as banks, non-banking financial companies, and microfinance institutions for onward lending to MSMEs. Direct lending to eligible MSMEs to provide expeditious sanction of term loan through automated platform to new to SIDBI customers in manufacturing, service sector for purchase of machines and equipment. Besides these, MSME cluster development initiatives and structural interventions, as well as publication of MSME Pulse, are some of the activities of SIDBI. Moving ahead to Open Network for Digital Commerce, ONDC, it recognizes the unique opportunity for increasing retail penetration from the existing 4.3% to its maximum potential in India. Our mission is to dramatically increase e-commerce penetration in the country by enabling population scale inclusion of all types and sizes of sellers. In this session today, we will get to know more about both these schemes. To begin with, I would like to invite Mr. Sudhanva Kopardekar to welcome address.
Good morning, friends. Thanks to SIDBI and other sponsors, we have been able to put together this exhibition and these concurrent sessions. With SIDBI, of course, we have a very long-standing relationship ever since SIDBI was set up, and more so when SIDBI office started functioning in Pune. For a long time, they also operated from our Bosri branch office, and we have held numerous sessions with SIDBI as soon as any new things have come up, including the session a few weeks ago when we talked about the express loan and also teamed up with a couple of bankers to provide knowledge for the SMEs, MSMEs. Also SIDBI and SIDBI's team has been an integral part of the MSME credit facilitation meetings or one-to-one meetings with the eligible micro and small companies that we have been having courtesy our team from MCCIA. We have done, we have also proposed a few novel initiatives to them where we have had a dialogue with Anjani Srivastav sir, and also some of their other people from the headquarters for the benefit of MSMEs. And you will get to hear more from them in terms of their initiatives for MSMEs in terms of technology upgradation or electric vehicle related segment, whether it is the charging station or the vehicles or even machinery upgradation and technology infusion. So very soon we will approach them with our model of cluster for IoT, where we are trying to bring SMEs from manufacturing sector as well as SME solution providers from the IoT segment, both from the MSME segment. We will approach SIDBI and other people, other institutions in the network to try and see if there could be some scheme for facilitating the flow of credit or upgrading the technology if it doesn't fit in the present scheme of things. One. Also, we have with us Mr. Dheeraj Kumar. We have had sessions, discussions with him and some of other team members, which is on ONDC, and we have specifically requested Dheeraj ji to dwell a little bit more about the scope for B2B transactions. ONDC, as you probably know, that you would have experienced the digital commerce. So in case one segment is a seller, the other is a buyer, and both of them are belonging to different digital platforms. ONDC would sit on top of it and would converge the opportunities for both of them to explore doing business or doing transactions with each other. Same case, we have discussed with them how it can be made, tailor-made to the B2B transactions, moving on or in addition to the individual transactions, which is food delivery or taxi operations and other logistics operations and all that, which are equally important, but manufacturing or technology or service providers dealing with each other, how it can be facilitated further through the ONDC platform is what we will try to understand a little bit more in detail. Of course, fundamentals of ONDC will be common, so he will cover both of them in detail. And of course, as usual, as in the past, as at different sessions we have held yesterday and day before, at the concurrent sessions at the Expo, we will have time for interaction and some suggestions. And of course, they will take your feedback to the right authorities in case they don't have the answers, ready answers for today. So with this, let me request Dheeraj to open the innings to make the ONDC related presentations. In case he has any updates later on, he can make one more of those presentations as well. Then we will request the officials from SIDBI for making their presentations. Maybe before that, we can felicitate the guests. So, yeah. Pramod.
Respected Sudhanva ji, all MCCIA officials here, dignitaries on DICE, and all of you MSME entrepreneurs, a very good morning to all of you, and thanks to all. Before starting my session about ONDC, I just want to interact with you with some questions so that we will make this session is a very interactive rather than boring and presenting on the PPT slides. Though I have already have a PPT and video with me and plus QR code and other information. So first of all, I would like to know that how many of you know about ONDC? Anywhere? Video, newspaper? Okay, so some of you know already about ONDC. But today in today's session, I will also explain you more about ONDC within a minimum time and maximum information I would give you. Most of the information will be a business related information rather than technical things. And which language are you comfortable in, English or Hindi? or any language is okay? Hindi is okay or English? Anything? Okay. Yeah, mix of things. Yeah, so my intent is maximum information should give to you, and you should also able to understand what is the overall concept of ONDC. So just to inform you, Open Network for Digital Commerce, this initiative is not only happening in India, even entire world, this is happening first time in India. This is a very new and pioneer concept where ONDC break up the complete e-commerce marketplace and make many interfaces where platforms are connecting with ONDC as a network partner, and ONDC working on a one network on top of a one networking protocol that called is a backend protocol, and created a multiple interfaces. So that's how ONDC created a multiple opportunities and innovations with respect to promoting all e-commerce startup company and lowering down the entry barrier for e-commerce startups, and trying to onboard maximum sellers, not only in the tier 1 cities, tier 2 cities, in fact tier 3 cities, rural area, district level. So I will explain you how it is possible with the help of PPT. But before I start, I have some questions. So let us understand some experience as a user, either as a buyer or as a seller, how things are happening in current situation of e-commerce platform. So as a buyer, my question is to you all. I think you all have experienced e-commerce buying. So you all have done some buying from Amazon, Flipkart, or taxi services you have booked, or you have ordered food delivery. You already have experienced it. But the first challenge is whenever you find something in some specific category domain. For example, if you are searching something in food and delivery, some food product, so you are getting experience that only 2 or 3 options are there. Am I correct? If you are booking taxi, only 2 options, Ola and Uber. If you are any category domain you find, you will get only 2 or 3 options. Even you are not trying to search more than 2 platforms. There could be a variety of reasons. One is you don't have a trust and confidence for new platform. You don't know that whether you will get delivery on time, quality product on time, or whether your whatever the purchase you have done, whether you will get a product or not. So that's a trust and confidence level is low as a buyer. Plus, you are also experience one thing that whatever is the product you are purchasing online, you have dependency on that platform, and the price that is visible to you, that platform is showing you. Am I correct? Because after 2 platforms, you are not going to search 3 or 3rd or 4th one. So there is a limitation. Again, you are going to search one product. Third limitation is whenever you are doing any purchase offline, suppose you are going to purchase something through store, shopping mall, definitely you are also searching the same product on online, or you are also trying to know the price available on online just to make a good buying decision. Before buying any product, you are trying to just compare prices on different platforms. The limitation is, again, you are going to the same platform to check the prices. Even though there are many startup companies who are already doing good work, they have a best product, best quality, and best prices available on the platform, but you are not trying to buy product from there. So that's the limitation, third limitation. So this is the challenge. Or even in case of a taxi or any fleet service platform, you are getting a vast experience. Whenever you book any taxi from one platform, you are dependent on that taxi fare. So you don't have any options. Even you currently all the taxis, autos are using the same platform, and you don't have any options to book auto locally. So this is the limitations. If we go toward seller side, so seller side, they are also facing the same difficulty. same limited choice, 2 or 3 choice. So the first challenge with all the platform and all the sellers integration is about that these platforms are majority operating through on tier 1 cities and metro cities. On tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities, rural area, they are not operating because of so many reasons. Could be a logistic, could be a operating reason, could be a profitability, and maybe a resource level issues. So their presence on tier 3 rural area is not happening. The second challenge is about the commission fees. Every platform, to make them sustainable, they need to charge some commission fees. Okay, on buyer side, on seller side. So maybe some platform are asking about 25 to 40% commission. For a normal seller who is doing B2C business, if they are giving 40% commission to platforms, so then this is a major bracket of margin. If they are giving their margin to platform, then what will they earn? Nothing. And this is case of B2C businesses. For B2B, only 1 or 2% margin people are doing business. So this is also not feasible for B2B. So this is the first challenge. Second challenge is about the terms and condition. Every platform is imposing their own terms and condition. They have their own settlement processes, they have their own commission fees, they have their own logistic, everything. They are imposing their own terms and conditions. So you are not feeling empowered when you integrate with any of the platform. You're feeling very suffocated. Okay. Third is issue and grievance management. Every platform has their own issue and grievance management. So you are, again, if there is any kind of a dispute on fraud is happening, you are limited to that platform only. You are complaining to that platform. So where maybe some users got bad experience, but again, they have a dependency on them and they may take 6 months to 1 year, 2 years to resolve the disputes. Okay. And fourth thing is about logistics. So every platform, e-commerce platform, have their own logistic. Once any order comes to you, you need to just package it and they will send some delivery boy to pick up the logistic. So there is a very less chance of hyper-local delivery mechanism through existing platform. Even though you want to do your own logistic, you can't, because all the platforms are having their own logistic. So this is a challenge. And another challenge is, if you are registering to any platform, only those platform buyers can see your product. So if you want to increase your presence in e-commerce, you have to do multiple registration on each and every platform. You have to invest money on each one of that. And economically and operating wise, this is not feasible, because you have to check every day what all the sales order comes to you through every platform. So multiple integration and working on multiple platform is a challenge. And maybe you are trying to do with 2 or 3 platform, not more than that. So again, the same monopoly and duopoly comes out through this platform. So this is one of the biggest challenge. Okay. And maybe some of you, or at remote area, rural area, people are not tech savvy, people are not comfortable with the English language. So language is also a barrier. So they are not able to onboard themselves onto existing platform. So this could be another challenge where where remote area people, if any women self-help group or anyone is doing a small business, small manufacturing unit at district level, so they are not comfortable to onboard on their product on the existing platform. Plus, if we talk, so this is the some of the e-commerce related challenge where onboarding of MSME is very low. Currently in India, we have only 1 to 3% penetration on B2C, and very surprisingly, less than 1% on B2B. So most of the businesses are, B2B business are doing their business offline only. So they are not adopting e-commerce solution. See, so this is a e-commerce challenges. Let's talk about the offline business challenges. So every businesses, you know that market is one of the challenges. You need to create your own market. You need to make a lots of effort to create market. you need to invest, you need to travel, you need to make a relationship with your existing clients or getting a new buyer acquisition. This again a challenge. There are lots of market available, but you have some bandwidth, some limitation. You can't go everywhere. Every market has their own demand, and there is a very less, connections. So there is a limitation in connection. Though market is available nation-wise and international-wise, but you need to put a huge investment to get a market linkage. So this is one of the biggest challenge for every businessman, whether it's a small or big. They need to put lot of funding to create a market. Lot of advertisement they need to do. So this is one of the challenge. Second challenge is for offline businesses about logistic. Who will take care of logistic? Buyer will pay for logistic or seller will pay for logistic? And what will happen if delivery is not happening on time, if there is an issue, dispute happening on time? So do you need to take a, so many precautionary measure to make logistic should be happen on time, delivery should happen on time. And this will be the major pain area for every businessman. After producing product, logistic is one of the major pain area for them. So these are the two basic challenges for offline businesses. But ONDC create a solution where all the challenges, problem areas can be converted into solution. Even new kind of innovations are happening. New kind of startups are coming and becoming a network partner with us. Like there are so many companies are working on agri-tech, so many companies are working on logistics to make a good supply chain through e-commerce. So there are multiple partners are coming, joining with ONDC network, and they are making a very wonderful solutions. And these solutions can be now approachable to all the businessmen, and it is possible through ONDC network. So this is the statistics I want to demonstrate. It's not happening here. PPT. Okay. So this is the statistics. So in India, only 1 to 5% e-commerce penetration is there. Majority is in B2C sector. But if you look at the statistics of other countries, US and China, 25 to 30% e-commerce penetration, 14% e-commerce penetration. And this is really a good figure for developed country, because until and unless MSMEs are working in district level, village level, unless they are connecting to the e-commerce sector, the whole economy of any country will not be considered as a developed. So in India, because of this lack of onboarding of MSMEs into e-commerce, so this online e-commerce will play a major contributor role to develop any country economy. This could be a major factor. So these are some limitations I explained you previously. So first limitation is limited choice. Every buyer and seller, they are feeling very limitations in terms of buying and selling. Only 2 or 3 platforms in majority of the category. Second limitation is about retailers platforms are there setting their own terms and conditions. Third is discoverability. Even you have invested or integrated with your business with any of the platform, there is no insurance, there is no surety that your product will be visible to on first page search. So discoverability again is the issue. Only buyers connected to those platforms can see your product. Okay. Next thing is, okay, any of you have tried to make your own e-commerce website, or you want to make some e-commerce website? Okay. So building a e-commerce website and operating the same e-commerce website is a challenging. You may create your own website, but now at the second level, buyer acquisitions is another challenge. You have to do many marketing effort, advertisement you need to do. That's how your buyer, slowly buyer will gain a confidence and trust level on your platform, but it will take time. Maybe 5 year, 10 year, and more than 10 year. On the other hand, you need to do seller registrations. Getting a sellers on your platform, you need to knock door to door, get their confidence, and initially you have to do, free services for seller just to attract sellers on your platform. So again, it will require a lot of effort. You need to follow up multiple e-commerce compliances. You need to deploy resources. You need to you have technical resources, those are having a good technical skills. And again, there is a competitive environment along with the other e-commerce platform. And that's how, so if you look into this platform, those have achieved this stage, like in food and delivery, Swiggy, Zomato, till the time they are not profitable making, and till there are so many burning cash is happening for majority of the platform. Angel investors are investing continuously on doing that. So first of all, stitching the complete chain to build a e-commerce company, it's a challenge, and operating and make them sustainable, make yourself sustainable in the market, that's another challenge for any startup company. But ONDC bring a solution where you just need to decide your role, and rest of the things will take care by system. I will explain in next slides. So ONDC is working basically on two underlying principles. One is unbundling, second is interoperability. Unbundling is nothing but is outsourcing. If you look into any industry, whether it's a banking, manufacturing, agriculture, any industry, everywhere outsourcing is happening. For example, in case of a manufacturing company, car manufacturing company, they outsource tire manufacturing to different suppliers, raw material for different suppliers, tools, software to different suppliers, machinery, human resources, they are getting from different field services partner. So if you look into every business, most of the things are outsourcing to another players. So everyone is doing their own role, own job, and that's how they are creating a complete business ecosystem, and everyone is getting an equal opportunity based on your capability, based on your strength. But in e-commerce, it is not happening. If you see any platform, everything is happening, everything is doing by a single owner. They have their own buyer acquisition system, CRM system, they have their own seller registration power, on connecting with payment gateway, they have their own technology, own proprietary protocol. Everything is doing in a very closed loop. And all the platforms are working in a very silo mode. So this is the reason they created a high entry barrier for new e-commerce startup company. So first time ONDC bring unbundling solution for all e-commerce sector. That's the reason new startups are comfortable to work with each other, doing business transaction with each other, and indirectly B2B, B2C sellers, manufacturers are getting benefited. Not only manufacturer, in fact, FPOs, farmers, or any women self-help group, they are also now coming toward and adopting e-commerce solution. And so ONDC is working on top of networking protocol that is called backend protocol, and we have created multiple interfaces. At each interfaces, we have a seller network partner, buyer network partner, technology service provider, and logistics service provider, and all of them are doing business transaction with each other through interoperability principle of networking protocol. So this is one of the use case I want to share with you. So just 10 or 15 years before, email is not possible was not possible from Gmail to Yahoo or Yahoo to Hotmail. Once this SMTP protocol introduced, then email can be possible from one email server to another email, Gmail to Yahoo, Yahoo to Hotmail. Similarly, we are also making a ONDC protocol where e-commerce transaction can be possible from one platform to another platform. through ONDC protocol. So in this slide, if you look at this slide, so there are two sets of activity. One is at buyer end, one is at seller end. So buyer do search for product, add to cart, do payment through payment gateway, and order fulfillment and return and cancellation based on the product. On the other hand, sellers has made already a catalog, and they do, once any order comes, they package their product and deliver to platform. But this, so if you see any of the two platforms, like for example Flipkart and Amazon, this sets of activity, buyer and seller interactions are happening and restricted to only one platform. So can you imagine that a Flipkart buyer can interact with the Amazon sellers? No, it's not possible as of now. So Flipkart buyer can only saw Amazon sellers, and Amazon seller can only see Amazon buyers. Sorry, Amazon buyer can see only Amazon sellers. So these are two distinct platforms, and all the activities are happening in silo mode. But once ONDC is introduced, now all the platforms integrated with the ONDC network, any buyer applications buyer can see product of any of the seller registered to any of the seller application. This is possible. So for example, if Amazon and Flipkart both will be integrated into the ONDC network, then one platform buyer can see product from different seller platform products. So that is possible. So that's how we have a complex network where all the applications are registered at different interfaces and they are communicating with each other. So one retailer buyer application is communicating with multiple seller application. For example, if you have Paytm application in your mobile, so Paytm, everyone knows that Paytm is started with only financial transactions. Now Paytm portfolio is increasing once they have onboarded into ONDC network. Now they are selling grocery items, food items, even you can book taxi through Paytm. So that is possible. So Paytm is integrating any buyer applications like Paytm is integrating with multiple seller applications, and all the inventories pulling up from different seller network applications are now visible to one of the buyer application like Paytm. So this is the ONDC network in center, and all the buyer application, logistic and seller applications, number of applications are connecting with ONDC. I want to spend more time on this slide. You can take a picture of it. So the limitation and challenges I am explaining to you. So here ONDC brings solution. So if any of the sellers, whether it's a B2C or B2B seller, he can choose any of the platform. There is a list of 40 network applications. At the below, if you see, there are 40 seller network applications. He just need to do one-time registration with any of the seller NP, and their product will be visible to all the buyer application on top. So currently we have a 50 plus application at seller application at seller side, and almost 12 application, buyer application on the buyer interface. Once you registered with any of the platform, your product will be visible to all the buyer applications. Currently there are 12, maybe in future it could be it will be 100, 200, or maybe 1,000 buyer application. Or this is also possible that international buyer application can also integrate with ONDC network.
So Dheeraj, the price discovery for a buyer is also possible in this service provider logistic.
Yeah. So seller, once you as a seller you register into any of the platform, you will declare your product price, and that product price will be visible to our buyer application. So whatever the price you have set, that will be visible to buyer. So now the another advantage is, if you are not satisfied with any of the seller application, you can switch over to another application. So suppose they are start charging commission high. So this is a network approach. If you see the existing platform, they are trying to do platform-centric approach. In platform-centric approach, after 1 or 2 days, they will start doing controlling on you. Okay? Once they see that, okay, your sales is improving, maybe they start charging commission high, or maybe they are asking for more charges for different reason, and maybe your product will be, they are trying to do inventory control, warehouse control. So then you will feel very limited. But in ONDC network case, if you find that, okay, you are not comfortable with any of the seller network partner, you can switch over to another network partner, and your whole profile will be carried forward with a new network partner. Like you are doing MNP. If you are not satisfied with any telecom service provider, you can switch over to another with the same. Similarly, you can switch over here. Your credibility will be remain same through buyer app site, same buyer rating, everything will remain same. You do not need to start from the scratch. And these all of them are tech-savvy startups. They will help you to make a dashboard for you, inventory manage. They will train you for catalog making, inventory management, and some of the network partners are very efficient in technology. Even new startups are joining with ONDC network. They can onboard you within a 30 minutes. Within a 1 day, they will onboard you. They have a very quick chatbot solutions. So this is one of the advantages. Second is, every transaction is happening on ONDC network is digital enabled contract. So how many of you are using UPI? Now everyone is using UPI because you are very much comfortable with the UPI, and there is no transaction failure or fraud is happening. Similarly, ONDC is also building a very robust network where all e-commerce transactions are happening through ONDCs are digitally enabled. Okay. Another advantage is where we multiple banks and credit enabled agencies are also integrating with ONDC. So see, if any normal businessman, if he is having a small store, and based on the transaction record, because this buyer apps will create a huge market demand for you. Every buyer app has a potential number of subscribers. Paytm has a lakhs of subscribers. Similarly, more telecom service applications are connecting with ONDC. They have their own subscriber. See, Airtel Thanks have a 80 crore subscriber, and they can act like a buyer for you, your product. All others new applications, IRCTCs and other applications are also integrating with ONDC. So that's how, without doing any effort, all the businessmen will get a huge number of buyer and market demand. Domestically, nationally, and internationally will also possible in future. So if any sellers is doing a small business at remote area, maybe a village level, and based on the transaction record, based on the market demand, he will get a good business. All credit enabled agencies, banks are integrating with us, and they will offer more funding investment to the small sellers. So this is also possible. Even some insurance providers are also connecting with us. They will give you insurance services. So for all deliveries, they are giving insurance services to sellers. So on the right hand side, if you are seeing that these are the 7-8 logistic applications, these are the biggest player. India Post is also in integration phase with us. Once India Post will be onboarded as a logistic partner with ONDC, then last mile delivery is possible. India Post has a very big network. A common MSME sellers who is working at very remote area, maybe is making a qaleen or any handicraft item, or they have some specific agri product. So with the help of India Post, delivery and pickup both will be possible. So the same MSME don't need to come to big cities. At the same place, they can do their own business comfortably. They will get a huge market demand. Just they need to understand how the system is working. They just need to plug into the system, and they will get a great demand, great market demand. Even they can also communicate with their existing buyers from different states, and they can also take a help of digital marketing, and they can approach to different buyer from different states that, okay, now their products are available on ONDC network on all the buyer apps. They can also do promotion activity for themselves. Currently, this kind of a technology is limited to only tier 1 cities, technical people. But now, with the help of ONDC network, a user, a seller who is working their own business at very remote level of area, they can also be a part of e-commerce business. So there are two options of logistic is possible. One is on-network, another is off-network logistic. On-network logistic means any product level search query will come to you. You just need to deliver product. And if you select on-network logistic, the second query will comes to logistic partner. This 6 partner will push up the, share the quotation. Whichever the quotation is lowest, seller NP will pick up the quote and deliver it to it. So payment will be directly comes to logistic partner, and your product, your price will come to you. Your payment will come to you. So you don't need to worry about the logistic. System will take care of it. But if you want to take a off-network logistic services, suppose you have your own, you have some relationship with your own logistic partner, you can also select your own off-network logistic, and you can take help from it. And for example, there are so many hyper-local delivery mechanisms are now coming up. If you have any small store, small medical store, and if you want to deliver within your 5-kilometer geography, so that is also possible. You just set off-network logistic, and you provide free home delivery, and whatever the products you have, you can do your own logistic. But that is not possible in current existing platform. But in ONDC, it is possible. So these are the number of applications. More than 400 plus applications are in pipeline. All big brands are now integrating with us. Tata, Big Baskets, and majority of the big brands are connecting with us. These are the buyer side applications. So banking applications are connecting with ONDC as a buyer application. So all the buyers their existing customers can become your buyers. And in ONDC network, Government of India is also incentivizing so many programs. So if you can also experience, just order anything from Paytm. Any 250 rupees a burger, you will get in 125 rupees. So any of the item, more than 250 rupees, you just order it, and you will get a 50% discount. Even like SIDBI and other banks are also giving a gift coupon, publishing gift coupon for their own employees. So they are giving a 10,000 rupees gift voucher to their own employee, so that handicraft item will be promoted. So they are utilizing that gift voucher. Other companies are also coming up. They are also applying gift voucher. And there are so many festive season, Diwali gift season. So see, as a normal seller who is having a kirana store, for him it is not possible to give any promotion code or any discount coupon. He cannot, because 50%, he cannot apply 50% coupon code. But ONDC is giving 50% coupon code or 100 rupees coupon code just to promote, so that all the kirana stores, all the basic level MSME, small MSME sellers feel empowered. So that's how government is trying to, putting this all incentive programs, gift coupons, just to promote sellers, and majority of from tier 2 and tier 3 city sellers. You can take this picture of this slide, because you will not find any ONDC app or any ONDC platform. There is no ONDC app. All the buyer app are connected with ONDC. You can order product from here. And all buyer apps having a similar kind of a product. Whether you choose My Store or Craft Villa, you will find lots of product. Now I will tell you, there is some misinformation is floating, I mean, around media, that why ONDC products are very cheap than other e-commerce platform. There is a reason behind it. For any e-commerce company, they need to do put lot of operating expenses. They need to manage buyer acquisition, marketing efforts, seller registrations, resources, so many human resources, delivery, logistic. So that's the reason they are charging high commission or buyer finding fees from buyer, and they need to put logistic fees also. That's how, to make them sustainable, they need to take a high commission. But in ONDC network, any e-commerce platform, he decide, okay, I will do only seller and payroll. I will not bother about buyer acquisition. I will not bother about logistic. So their operating expenses are getting low. That's the reason this is, I mean, possible to register seller with a very low commission fees. Okay. Plus, we have 7 to 8 logistic partner, and they are providing logistic services very sensibly. They are looking after that, okay, what is the product quality, what is the product dimensions, and very sensibly they are putting their logistic codes. But if sometimes you may get an experience while ordering food, logistic price and food price almost same. 100 rupees food, 100 rupees logistic charges for buyer. This is a very ridiculous thing. And I mean, most of the people are getting a bad experience, and they are not able to order food because of logistic price is also very high. But in ONDC network, this is possible because I mean, majority of the logistic partner giving a logistic services free. They are getting logistic fees from ONDC as incentive programs. They are utilizing that incentives from ONDC network. That's how they are giving a logistic free services to their buyer. Now, if you look into the platform, the majority of the platforms are working in B2C. Very less are working in B2B domain. But in with ONDC network, now 2 or 3 applications are working only in B2B domain. So they are working with manufacturers, they are working with FPOs, and they are doing only B2B. So these are the A domain. On left hand side, these are the B2C domain, where you will find almost 1 crore plus product. And what if your business belong to any of this sector, you can immediately can start your own business. So more 40 plus category domains are also opening. There are still many categories which are not available in e-commerce, or maybe because of some reason those startups are working on those domain are still not available. So we are also opening a new category domains. Soon you will find that category product also. On the right hand side, B2B is also possible. Grocery, fashion, agriculture, manufacturing is also in developing stage, and soon you will do B2B transaction in manufacturing sectors also. Mobility, we have a very big services. So now we are also building a unified transport services model. So suppose if you are booking a ticket from Delhi to Pune, train ticket, taxi, auto, everything you will find at a single place. You will book a ticket at a single place, and you will add to cart that ticket, and you don't need to log in into multiple platforms. So currently, if you book ticket, you are searching for air ticket for Yatri or maybe a Red Bus or IRCTC. You are booking ticket for different platform. But soon you will find a multimodal connectivity solution, and you will find all the tickets at the single place. Even we are also building a multiple unified use case where if suppose any person is transformed from Delhi to Pune, so he need to search real estate, I mean whether it's buying flat or on rent flat, and he need to purchase from some luggage or clothes. So everywhere he need to register, he need to search as a buyer on different platform. But in through ONDC network, buyer application are building a unified use case where you don't need to search for different platform. Any one buyer application, whatever is your favorite, just go there and you will find all the categories and you will add to cart in the single place. Plus, there are other reasons why prices are very low in buyer application through ONDC network. One is we are directly connecting with the manufacturer at grassroots level. FPOs, farmers are connecting with directly with the ONDC network. So see, if I purchase any shirt, any textile manufacturer who is manufacturing a t-shirt, he is supplying on 100 rupees. But by the time I get it in Delhi, the price comes 1500 rupees. So as a buyer, I am suffering loss. As a seller, he is suffering loss. And because of the intermediaries and traditional supply chain, majority of the price, are compromises because of this traditional supply chain. Now it is possible because sellers, MSMEs, manufacturers are directly connecting with ONDC, and they will get a huge market demand, and buyer will get a very competitive price from seller. So that is one of the reason where buyer are actually getting a very competitive and reasonable price product. So these are the solution ONDC bring. And for example, if any of the, any students wants to, they have any startup idea and they want to make one good e-commerce website. They don't know about the technology. They don't know about any technical solution. So we have a list of technology service provider. They will help them to become as a seller network partner. So ONDC integration with ONDC network. If you have any e-commerce startup company, ONDC is not charging any commercial for onboarding, because ONDC is a not for profitable company. Maybe in future, to make themselves sustainable, there may be a charge for 0.005% just to make them sustainable, not for profitable. So ONDC is not charging any commercial. Any e-commerce startup company can become as a buyer network partner, seller network partner, or they can choose a multiple role. Buyer or seller, they can choose multiple role also. So that is possible. Okay. And suppose if any startup companies have some good idea working in Pune, they want to onboard sellers, MSMEs in Pune region. So very warm welcome to him. He can immediately start onboarding process, very simple integration processes. It will take maybe 15 days to 1 month time, but very simple API integration process. They need to fulfill all, follow terms and condition through ONDC, fulfill all the processes, and they can start immediately doing business. If you, when I present the previous slide, there are number of 40 applications. All of them are, majority of them are startups, e-commerce. And within 1 year of time, they have scaled up their business. And they are very speedily, integrating with all the sellers at district level, tier 3 cities level. So that's how multiple opportunities are coming up. Through this slide, I want to explain that ONDC is not an application. It's not a platform. Adding platform word with ONDC will give a wrong definition. ONDC is a network. First time is happening across the world. You will not find any application, ONDC application. But if you want to know more about ONDC, there is one site you can note, ondc.org. You will find multiple resources, marketing collateral, incentive programs, and there are a list of network partner. If you want to onboard yourself as a seller, just ring to anyone. There are a list of 40 partners. They will help you. They will understand your business, whether you are having a manufacturing, agriculture business. They will help you to onboard, and they will also help you to how to create a market demand through buyer applications. But on transaction level, so currently most of the partners are not charging any onboarding, registration, or maintenance fees. But there could be some transaction fees where it has two components, buyer app fees and seller app fees. collecting together comes to 6 to 10%. They are charging for per order transaction. For B2B, the 2 or 3 application we have, they are working on subscription model. So for any order, they are just charging 10 rupees or 15 rupees, and even that is also free. ONDC is not a central intermediary. We are not controlling anything. You can set your own price. You can set your own terms and condition. Everything you can set, so that you will feel empowered. ONDC is not asking to put any, price. And ONDC is not a regulator. All e-commerce regulation is being done by other ministries, regulatory bodies. So ONDC is not doing any regulations. All the network partners, whether it's a government or private, they are connecting with the ONDC, and ONDC also welcome to all new e-commerce startup to connect with ONDC. Shri Piyush Goyal ji is supporting, he is Industry and Commerce Minister, he is supporting ONDC. And these are the number of renowned persons. So all Aadhaar initiative, UPI initiatives is done by them, and they are also advisory council on ONDC network. ONDC genesis on June 2021. Within a 2-year, we have scalable to this position, and now ONDC's presence in almost all metro cities, tier 1 cities, and we are also trying to approach tier 2 and tier 3 cities through different district level program, so that at the grassroots level, farmers through FPO, handicraft, artisans, they can also connecting. More than 2 lakh plus sellers are now onboarded. 1 crore plus products you can search. 471 cities we have Alpha Live, and we are also, this number of cities are also increasing. So there are multiple, just a minute. There are multiple things which is still unexplored, and there are multiple untapped potential markets. See, every district, every village in India have their something unique, some potential market. Whether it's an agriculture product. So like in Tamil Nadu, there are core products. They are selling this core product to international market. Though national market is also available, but there is no linkage between market, between buyer and suppliers. So that's how e-commerce will play a bigger role. And the challenges, problem I have shared with you, there could be a multiple challenges problem where they are restricting to new MSMEs onboarding into and connecting with e-commerce. So that could be other reason. But ONDC wants to bring a solution, and multiple startups company, they are also, whether they are technical or non-technical, and even we are some of the seller application building an interface in regional language. So tier 1 cities people can understand English language, but rural people, they are comfortable in their own language, Marathi, Hindi, Telugu. So there could be a reason. So, but in currently seller applications are giving options of multilingual options. So immediately they can onboard their own product, they can build their own catalog, and they can, so information and education, they are providing a very seamlessly. And rather than building a very complex process where a person can see, okay, this e-commerce so बहुत ही complex task है, इस पे कौन business करेगा, आएगा भी कि नहीं आएगा, so many doubts on e-commerce platform. But now we are trying to bring a solution, and we're trying to adding more and more people very seamlessly. We are building a very seamless process so they can start their own business. And we, in fact, now we have a multiple use case, B2B use case, B2C use case. For example, there are multiple departments. One of the horticulture department, Hopcom in Bangalore, they have a very good vegetable and fruits on almost very good prices. People know about Hotcom, but where to buy it, they don't have. So first time they are onboarded into ONDC network. Now you can find vegetable and fruit from the same department online through pin code, through Paytm app. And whenever you buy vegetable, like 200 rupees kg some vegetable, and they are giving you only 150 or 170, very reasonable price. They are procuring vegetable and fruit directly from farmer. They are having their own supply chain. So that's how buyer can see the product price very reasonably. Similarly, if you look into the manufacturing sectors, we understand that every manufacturing companies build a multiple product based on the customer demand. So maybe they have a 1,000 or 10,000 number of SKUs. But some manufacturing companies are having their own. So to to approach market, to make to create a demand, and based on the demand, building a supply chain, manufacturing supply chain, it will take a time. But through ONDC network, if some manufacturer great market demand without putting too much their product price, they need to make it at a, increase the product price to make their business sustainable. So this is also, one of the new possibility where a normal manufacturer don't need to pay, put very investment on advertisement, and they can utilize that fund to, provide low price product to buyer. And on daily basis, we are getting multiple ideas. Even we are interacting with the businessmen like you. We are also learning from you, and we are also developing internally some processes so that your business will become a very seamless through ONDC network, and you will ultimately gain profit through this ONDC network. So that's how we are building multiple solutions. Yes.
Yeah, I am from TUSE Electronics Private Limited. We have got a factory in Bosri, Pune, and we have been selling on Amazon since past 8-9 years, since Amazon came to India. And we have got successful, and we have got 5-star plus ratings on Amazon, and we have tried other platforms as well, like Snapdeal and Flipkart and all that. So we stopped dealing with all other platforms. Then we kept only Amazon because of the professionalism, and we found that with other platforms there were spurious returns, and spurious returns in the sense there was for no reason return rate was high, and there was cheating during the return, like one product was bought and then something else was returned. So this kind of thing doesn't happen on Amazon. My question is, on ONDC we wanted to onboard, but we found a lot of challenges in it's not user friendly, and we tried connecting with some of the business houses who are onboarded onto this ONDC platform, and their experience is not so much encouraging. They are saying that business is not hardly there. Once in a month or twice in a month they get some order. And we came across few people who said that they didn't receive the money after even 2 months. So what kind of mechanism you have to arrest this kind of issues? Because ONDC is not reachable sellers. So fine. So if that my wonderful locking mechanism, they have got both the sides, they take care of all those things.
Yeah. So very good question, sir. This is a question from all the people. So it's a very common question. And network partner association sitting with us, how they are creating enhancing a good experience for both buyer and sellers. Let me explain you. So in Amazon, maybe you get a great experience with Amazon, but in ONDC network, there are 3 parties involved. One is buyer network partner, seller network partner, and ONDC itself. So once you register with any of the seller NP, they will do some KYC documentation check, and also they will set a terms and condition as per your requirement, whatever you want. Well, if you want, okay, I will not take a return order, I will not take a cash on delivery. So they will customize a solution for you, first of all. So they will understand your business first. If someone is not helping you and not understanding your business and not giving you a tailoring solution, you can switch over to another seller NP. Unless you will get a good, sellers onboarding experience, I should say you should not go forward. So first, you will get a good experience as a seller NP. So if any orders comes, how will you do order fulfillment and other things? Most of the failures are happening at order fulfillment. So some sellers are, all the businessmen are not fully trained. They are not, taking this order fulfillment is a very serious thing. If they are doing order fulfillment properly, packaging properly, so that buyers will not get any complaint in future, they will, get a good business moving forward. But all the sellers are not, because you are having a good business, so you understand this, and you already doing online business. So based on your experience, you get, good experience. Now, as a buyer.
In case of Amazon, the things are how we are engaged there. It's fulfilled by Amazon.
I am coming to the picture. That is the seller side process. Now I am coming to the buyer side. So buyer, whenever any product they are opening up for buyers, before that they are doing audit and check. So through seller and network partner, your product will first be audited by buyer NP. They will check all the descriptions. First of all, they will check the catalog. All the description images should be proper. And if any buyer, as a buyer, they will check as a user experience. Then they will allow your product to their buyer apps. So buyer responsibility remains with the buyer NP. If any buyers having a bad experience with the product, then buyer NP will take responsibility, and they will audit and check with the seller NP what was happened. It's because of packaging issue, because of delivery issue, because of product quality issue, and they will find out the real cause of the problem. So maybe sometimes buyer also, there are some cheaters. There's work as a buyer, and they, replied return with a wrong product. So this kind of things are happening. But this buyer and network partner, they are also having a good experience in industry. So they know that where is the root cause. If buyer NP and seller NPs are not able to identify the root cause of problem, then we have a issue and grievance management system. So they will audit and check, so that experience of buyer and sellers should not suffer ultimately. If they are not able to handle, then we have a reconciliation and settlement provider. So they will also check. If they are not able to handle, then we have a judiciary system, Ministry of Consumer. So for every transactions, 3 party involved: buyer network partner, seller network partner, and ONDC. And buyer network partner, he is ensuring about the quality check. Okay. And we have all the system in place for complaint and redressal system. So all of us are building a mechanism where buyer experience should not suffer and seller should not suffer any business loss. So that's all.
Not getting paid for no reason and no response. This is the repetitive feedback we have received from the sellers on who are listed here on ONDC through some of your partners, selling agents.
So I see that, whenever you...
So that's very serious. Means there is no response. So for few hundred rupees, they didn't, all those kind of escalation metrics you are told, who has got time to do all these things to go to the various levels?
For as a seller, your interface is seller network partner. Whatever you have a bad experience with seller NP, you just register into it, and that complaint comes to us through issue and grievance management system. Every complaint is taking very seriously. All network partners are taking very seriously because they also need to expand their business. Okay. So you have a number, contact number, a relationship with your seller network partner. They will take care of your business. They will also give you all the dashboard, inventory management, order fulfillment. They will train sellers with all the technical offerings. So they will take care of you. If you are having any bad experience, please register immediately on that so that this issue taken care on time.
So is it so that the seller network partner, you register with somebody and you are selling on, is the product visible through only there? Suppose that my card.
Suppose you onboard through.
Just example. So I am onboarding through my card. So on their site only it will be visible, or it will be visible on Paytm as well?
Oh yeah, no, all are. Suppose you register your product through My Store.
Okay.
As a seller NP. So My Store is working as a buyer NP and seller NP. They are doing a dual role, but your product will be visible to all the buyer apps.
Oh, is it?
In Paytm, on My Store, on Craft Villa, on Airtel Thanks, on Kotak Bank, all the application your product will be visible based on their category domain. So if your product category is visible in these buyer apps, so your product will be visible. And you can also do audit and check by yourself. Just check your store name. If product is not visible, then you again go back to your seller NP and ask why my product is not visible in this buyer app. And your
what is the long form of NP? So seller NP.
Network partner.
Network. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So we can. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Yashwant Kulkarni, DGM, SIDBI.
मी बोलून थोडंसं. नमस्कार. धीरज कुमार ONDC, दीपक रे सिडबी, सुधन्व खोपर्डेकर MCCI आणि माझ्या सगळ्या उद्योजक मित्र आणि मैत्रिणींना आपल्या सगळ्यांचं या पुणे एक्सपोमध्ये स्वागत आहे. MCCIचं कौतुक करावं तेवढंच कमी आहे की त्यांनी असे प्रोग्राम अरेंज करून म्हणजे उद्योजक आणि जे बाकी स्टेक होल्डर्स आहेत यांना एकत्र आणण्याचं काम केलं आहे. मी माझा कलिग दीपक रे सिडबी स्कीम्सबद्दल डिटेल प्रेझेंटेशन देईलच. तर त्याच्या अगोदर मी सिडबी मला सांगण्यात आलं की सिडबीबद्दल मला जरा ओपनिंग रिमार्क्स या सेशनचे म्हणून द्यायचे. तर सिडबी 1990 साली 2 एप्रिल आता 33 वर्ष झाली सिडबीला फॉर्म होऊन. पूर्वी कसं होतं की आपल्याकडे ट्रेडर्ससाठी कमर्शियल बँका होत्या, मोठ्या मोठ्या इंडस्ट्रीजसाठी ICICI, IDBI, IFCI अशा मोठ्या संस्था होत्या. पण स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीसाठी म्हणजे आत्ताच्या मायक्रो स्मॉल मिडियम एंटरप्राइजेससाठी कुठलीही संस्था नव्हती. तर म्हणून 90च्या दशकामध्ये म्हणजे 80च्या दशकाच्या एंडला आणि 90च्या सुरुवातीला एवढा उहापोह होऊन आपण एक बँक स्थापन केली जिचं नाव स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रीज डेव्हलपमेंट बँक. पूर्वी स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रीच्या डेफिनेशनप्रमाणे फक्त 60 लाखाची इन्व्हेस्टमेंट प्लांट अँड मशिनरी होती. ती आज आपण 50 कोटीपर्यंत गेलो आणि टर्न ओव्हर आणि प्लांट अँड मशिनरी इन्व्हेस्टमेंट असं दोन्ही मिळून आपण त्याचं क्लासिफिकेशन करतो आहे. तर ही जी बँक स्थापन झाली 1990मध्ये, आता त्याला 33 वर्ष झाली आहेत. तर बेसिकली सिडबी रिफायनान्सिंग इन्स्टिट्यूशन आहे. म्हणजे काय आत्तासुद्धा 95% आमचा बिझनेस रिफायनान्स आहे आणि 5% बिझनेस आमचा डायरेक्ट फायनान्स आहे. आमचा प्रयत्न आहे की हा आमचा बिझनेस 80-20 म्हणजे 80% रिफायनान्स आणि 20% डायरेक्ट फायनान्स या प्रपोर्शनमध्ये चेंज करायचा प्रयत्न चालू आहे. सिडबीने गेल्या 33 वर्षामध्ये खूप डिजिटल इनिशिएटिव्स घेतले. इन्स्टिट्यूशनल फायनान्सिंग केलं, मायक्रो फायनान्सिंगसुद्धा केलं, व्हेंचर कॅपिटल म्हणजे आमच्या 2 सबसिडिरीज आहेत, सिडबी व्हेंचर आणि सिडबी ट्रस्टीशिप म्हणून. यामध्ये कामं केली. क्लस्टर डेव्हलपमेंटमध्ये कामं केली. प्लस सगळ्या गव्हर्नमेंट स्कीम्स म्हणजे क्रेडिट लिंक कॅपिटल सबसिडी स्कीम किंवा IDLS इंटिग्रेटेड लेदरसाठी जी सबसिडी आहे, जी म्हणजे सेल्फ फायनान्सिंग. जनरली काय होतं की क्रेडिट घेतल्यावरच सबसिडी मिळते, तर याच्यामध्ये सेल्फ फायनान्स प्रोजेक्टसुद्धा त्यांची जी सबसिडी आहे ती रिलीज करण्यासाठी सिडबी नोडल एजन्सी होती. सिडबीने क्रेडिट गॅरंटी ट्रस्ट हा जो ज्याच्यामध्ये कोलॅटरल फ्री लोन्स बँका देत आहेत, तो जो ट्रस्ट स्थापन केला त्याच्यामध्ये सिडबीचं ॲक्टिव्ह पार्टिसिपेशन आहे, सिडबीचं त्याच्यामध्ये स्टेक आहे. आणि इव्हन क्रेडिट रेटिंगसाठी सुद्धा स्मेरा म्हणजे आत्ताची जी ॲक्यूट अशी जी इन्स्टिट्यूशन आहे त्याच्यामध्ये सिडबीचं पार्टिसिपेशन होतं. तर सिडबी 1990 साली फॉर्म झाली. याच्यामध्ये डायरेक्ट लेंडिंग केलं आपण MSMEsला आणि इनोव्हेटिव्ह प्रोडक्ट्स म्हणजे तुम्ही आता रिसेंटली ऐकलं असेल की आमच्याकडे स्कीम आहे की एक्सप्रेस लोन स्कीम म्हणून. म्हणजे तुमचं 3 वर्षाचे इन्कम टॅक्स रिटर्न्स, तुमचं बँक स्टेटमेंट, तुमचं GST रिटर्न आणि मशिनरीचं कोटेशन एवढ्यावर स्टेट थ्रू प्रोसेस याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला लोन सँक्शन होईल की नाही हे आमचं सिस्टमच सांगेल. बरं, आपण सिडबीने काय केलं, प्रमोशनल डेव्हलपमेंटल ॲक्टिव्हिटीज. सिडबीचा मेन रोल होता की प्रमोशन डेव्हलपमेंट फायनान्सिंग ऑफ MSMEs. तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपण प्रमोशनसाठी बऱ्याच स्कीम्स केल्या. म्हणजे जे एंटरप्रेन्युअर आहेत, उद्योजक आहेत, त्यांच्या डेव्हलपमेंट होण्यासाठी स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रीज मॅनेजमेंट. नंतर आपण इनडायरेक्ट लेंडिंग केलं आपण बँकांना, स्टेट फायनान्शियल कॉर्पोरेशन्स, नॉन बँकिंग फायनान्शियल कंपनीज, मायक्रो फायनान्स इन्स्टिट्यूशन्स आणि न्यू एज फिनटेक्स यांना आपण काय दिलं, त्यांना आपण लोन्स दिले जे MSME पर्यंत पोचतील असं मेकॅनिझम तयार करून. सिडबी गव्हर्नमेंट स्कीमसाठी पण नोडल एजन्सी आहे. सिडबी कशासाठी फॉर्म झाली होती, तर सिडबीचं आत्ता जे मिशन आहे ते आहे की MSMEला जो क्रेडिट फ्लो होतो आहे तो जास्तीत जास्त चांगल्या पद्धतीने फॅसिलिटेट करायचा आणि स्ट्रेंथन करायचा. प्लस MSMEच्या ज्या फायनान्शियल आणि डेव्हलपमेंटल गॅप आहेत, त्या नीड्स ज्या आहेत त्या नीड्स ॲड्रेस करून त्यांच्यासाठी एफर्ट्स घ्यायचे. विजन सिडबीचं आहे की सिडबी एक सिंगल विंडो इन्स्टिट्यूशन असेल की ज्याच्यामध्ये फायनान्स आणि डेव्हलपमेंटल MSMEच्या नीड्स आहेत त्यांना ॲड्रेस करून त्यांना MSMEला स्ट्रॉंग करायचं, त्यांना व्हायब्रंट करायचं आणि त्यांना इंटरनॅशनली ग्लोबली कॉम्पिटिटिव्ह बनवायचं. आणि सिडबी हा जो ब्रँड आहे तो मोस्ट प्रेफर्ड आणि कस्टमर फ्रेंडली ब्रँड म्हणून मार्केटमध्ये प्रमोट करायचा. सिडबीला 33 वर्ष झाली आहेत. या 33 वर्षामध्ये सिडबीचे आत्ता 11 रिजनल ऑफिसेस आहेत आणि 97 ब्रँच ऑफिसेस आहेत. आमचे हेड ऑफिस लखनौमध्ये आहे. बांद्र्याला आमचं कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिस आहे. पुण्यामध्ये आमची शिवाजीनगरला ब्रँच आहे आणि इथे भोसरीमध्ये मराठा चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्सच्या समोरच क्वालिटी सर्कलमध्ये सिडबीची दुसरी ब्रँच आहे. मी आता माझा कलिग दीपकला रिक्वेस्ट करतो की त्याने सिडबीच्या स्कीम्सबद्दल डिटेल प्रेझेंटेशन करून आपल्याला त्या स्कीमची इत्थंभूत माहिती द्यावी. दीपक.
Good afternoon all. Thank you Kulkarni sir. Thank you MCCIA for organizing the program and inviting us to give a today session on various SIDBI schemes. Kulkarni sir already told about the role of SIDBI. It's a DFI. So finance, credit is not the only thing we do. We have a credit plus approach. Apart from finance, we do various promotion and developmental activities. So today I'll talk about various schemes of SIDBI for direct finance purpose, like for MSMEs when direct assistance is there. What are the schemes are there, but I want to give a disclaimer that it is just don't restrict yourself to the schemes, because there are only few schemes I'll be explaining here. Apart from that, we have several other schemes, and the schemes are continuously evolving depending on market requirement, promoters requirement, entrepreneurs requirement. Schemes are evolving. So if you have any requirement, please come down to us, discuss us. We are a phone call away. So discuss us. If there is something, some potential is there, proposal is viable, we definitely will try to assist you. We have a branch at Bhosari near Quality Circle, and one more branch and regional office at Shivaji Nagar. So please come to us. We'll see if the proposal is viable, definitely we'll try to assist. And talking about banks, we do have, being a DFI also, and other banks, they do have targets to achieve. So they also do want to fund. But just my whole objective is that to make you understand, the proposal should be viable. The proposal should be bankable. It's not the scheme. If the proposal is bankable, banks will come to you. So it's competitive environment. So my objective will be like to make you understand how to make your proposal bankable. You may not need a finance right away. Maybe there will be requirement after say 6 months, 1 year or 2 years. When you come to bank will check your record for 3 years, 5 years. So make it a practice to do some things so that when you go to a bank, you will not be facing any problem. Like proposal will not be rejected. Multiple banks will come to you, various offers, so you can pick what is the best offer for you. So that will be my objective. So this is the MSME categorization. I think everyone will be aware about this. Turnover up to 250 crores and investment in plant and machinery, WDV, as per balance sheet, if it is up to 50 crores. So the entities will be categorized as MSME. So our ambit is MSMEs. If it is falling under falling as a MSME, so SIDBI can assist. These are few schemes that we do. So if existing company is going for expansion by a purchase of plant and machinery, or modernization, or setting up a new unit, so that can be covered under RI scheme. If a greenfield unit, like promoter setting up a new unit, having existing, like the business is existing, but the company is setting up the promoter is setting up a new unit, so that can be covered under Sthapan scheme. And if a company is having some exports or they have export potential, so they can be covered under USP, Ubarte Sitare scheme. And if you are planning to purchase machines that has some energy efficiency potential compared to the conventional machines, so that can be covered under Green Finance scheme. And if it is not falling under any of the schemes, so that can be covered under DCS, that is Direct Credit Scheme. So we do end-to-end digitization, like from customer onboarding, application, then appraisal, sanction, documentation, disbursement, follow-up monitoring, entire process is digitized. And yeah, as I was telling, what MSMEs we need to do. See, when you go to a bank, they will do various due diligences. So one of that is GST. So as MSMEs, what I see, there is sometimes there is delay in filing GST. So what they'll be telling, sir, CA is handling everything, so I don't have any control. But that time has gone. Now every bank is checking whether the GST payment is or not. And some cases, promoters are filing GST, but they are making the GST payment, but giving the details to CA for GST filing. Even if you are making the GST payment, but not filing in date, your GST score will be poor. We are using a platform called Jokata, where it tracks everything. The GST payment date, GST filing date, whether you are filing it on time or not, GSTR 1 or 3B. Apart from that, you are like purchasing something and make the GST payment to the supplier. Whether the supplier is filing GST on time, that will also affect your track record. And if Jokata score is poor, nowadays banks are very, like CIBIL earlier was there, still SIDBI, CIBIL also everyone is following. Along with CIBIL, GST also is very important. So now you check with your CA, if CA is handling or if your account department is handling, please see that GST payment should be done in time, GST filing to be done on time, and supplier, they are also filing the GST on time. So if you are ensuring these three things, so your GST record will be good. So when you are going for a financing, there will be no difficulties as far as GST is concerned. Next is ITR also to be filing done. Mostly I think all the MSMEs, they are doing ITR filing in time. And other thing is bank statement. Ensure that there should not be any check bouncing, because all these things now we no need to see, no need to go through 1 year bank statement. We are asking to upload it in the system. System will run it and will show that there will be so many check bounces. So ensure that there should not be any check bouncings during the course. And one more problem is that what I see, sir, we had sales of say 10 crores, but 5 crores so cash mein hua hai. So that is also one more negative that we are seeing, because we cannot help it. If it is coming in the books only, then only banks can fund. And sometimes just to avoid taxes, yes, it is very much understandable. They'll be saying, sir, profit to ho raha hai, but tax ke chakkar mein hum dikhate nahi hai. So just try to understand, when you're coming to us, we don't have any tools to monitor how much cash sales you have made, how much actual profit you have made. We will be dependent on your profit and loss statement, your balance sheets. So these are the two documents we'll be seeing for last 3 years, obviously. And how much sales you have made in the current year, we have like Jokata report from GST we'll see. So, okay, profit, tax, all these are concerned. At the same time, if you want to avail loan at a best rate and with less collateral security, you need to see that you should be having sufficient profits, because banks will be relying on profits as per your books. And you should also check your CIBIL scores, like say quarterly basis. CIBIL, I think individual scores, almost everyone should be checking. And CIBIL commercial scores also you should check, because in banks generally, just to make you familiarize, commercial score CMR rank varies from CMR 1 to CMR 10. 1 to 6 generally considered as good, so 1 being the best, 10 being the lowest. So if it is up to CMR 6, banks will take up the proposal. If it is more than CMR 6, it's very difficult. Only if, because of some technical reasons, it is falling below CMR 6, banks generally can consider. But if it is due to some default and so, it is very difficult to take up. So, like giving an example, sometimes there are not intentional defaulters. But in one case, what I saw, due date was, like say, 1st of every month. So due date was 31st of every month, but the promoter is making payment on 1st of every month. Like 31st October is the due date, he was making payment of 1st of November. And this happening for, say, 2 years of time. And when he checked this, when he approached us and he checked the CIBIL score, it is CMR 8. He's telling, sir, I have made the payment throughout the 2 years tenure on due date, because first is my due date, but why my CIBIL score is poor? So now we thoroughly analyzed and spoken to his bank. Even banks have never told him that you are making the payment on a delayed date. And it is not a technical reason. So please check your score, discuss with your banks, ensure that CIBIL score is good, like it should be within CMR 6, CMR 1, 2 being the best. And individual, personal, when we talk about personal score, CIBIL TransUnion score, it is, if it is more than 700, it is considered as good. And below 650, generally banks don't consider. And 650 to 700, if it is because of some technical reasons, banks can consider. So these are the things, if you can ensure, on a, like it's like daily routine, if you can see, like on the CIBIL scores and all quarterly, if you can see, so you will not find in any difficult in getting loans. Yeah, and SIDBI is following, as I have told, end-to-end digitization. So we have developed a concept called FitRank. What FitRank is, it is a corroboration of data pulled out from GST platform, data pulled out from current account of the borrower, and data pulled out from income tax. So all these three things, when you corroborate, it gives a score, FitRank. So FitRank, as like CIBIL, it is FitRank varies from 1 to 10, 1 being the best and 10 being the lowest. So what it gives from our databases, whatever customers were there for last 7 years, when you compare this FitRank with the database, what we find, FitRank gives a probability of default. So if it has a fit 1, the probability of default is low, and if it is fit 10, probability of default is highest. So like CIBIL also, you say 1 to 10, what it is exactly. It also CMR, it gives us probability of default. Being CMR 1, less default chances are there, and CMR 10 means there will be high default chances. So when you take both the things, these concepts, fit and CMR, so what it makes is entire appraisal process, it make it redundant. So it is not only a concept, we have a scheme called Express. When we use this FitRank and CIBIL concept, so if you fill the application in the system, we have an online application, as I have told. You fill the application, all the details, upload the GST, upload the current account statement, and it pulls out the data from your income tax account and GST account, and it gives a sanction within half an hour. And it's not a in-principle sanction, it's a formal sanction. Like you have applied for some loan amount, it gives whether you are eligible. If eligible, this is the sanction amount, this is the interest rate. So you just pay the processing fee and you can get the sanction letter in a day's time. So nowadays, like earlier we are seeing that brick and mortar structure, when they you have more interaction with the banks used to ask for so many information, that time is gradually going. So banks are mostly relying on the databases, and with the new age NBFCs and the fintechs coming into picture, so gradually next 5 years time, there will be very, this type of concepts will be used. No need to visit bank. You just apply the details and get the loan, like vehicle loan or any personal loan. MSMEs loans are also going in that direction. So it is very important that you maintain your digital track record, digital footprints in such a way that when you apply for a loan, you should get the best interest rate. Yeah, this is the scheme, Arise scheme. This is for existing customers who are having a profitable track record of 2 years. If they are going for a expansion by purchase of machine or modernization or a different line of activity if also they are going, so we can cover the capital expenditure in this. These are two models in Arise. One is 100% funding model. If you are planning to purchase machines, like 100% funding can be done. Say like you want to purchase a machine of 5 crores. So entire 5 crores can be funded by SIDBI. And there is no collateral assets requirement. So whatever promoters contribution, generally 25%, 30, 35% depending on proposals. Whatever promoters contribution is there, that amount shall be kept as fixed deposit with SIDBI. At present, interest rate, quarterly compounding interest rate is 7%, and if you annually compound it, it will be 7.25%. So you'll be getting 7.25% on the FD. And there is as no collateral security requirement. And what we need under this scheme, if it has to be in existence for 2 years and it has to be profitable. And if you want to set up a complete, like existing running unit, say you want to set up a new factory in terms of purchase of land, building, and plant and machinery, in that case also it can be covered under this scheme, but 100% funding cannot be done. Here, say, whatever like around 25% promoters contribution will be there, and balance loan amount can be given, and in that case there will be some collateral requirement by either CGT, MSC or any movable properties or fixed deposit to meet the basic ACR norms. Here interest rate is linked to MCLR. And yeah, although here in the slides you'll be seeing some 7 crores, there is, recently there is a modification, so up to 50 crores loan we can cover. And under Sthapan, greenfield units can be covered. So there is a very much confusion when promoters come. So when you say greenfield, it's not a startup. Generally, there is very much people are confused between what is a startup and what is a greenfield unit. So a startup means like you are coming up with a new concept. The product is not established in the market, and if you want to do that activity, that is a startup. When you say greenfield, like product is established, the concept is not new to the market. Like you want to do some machining activity. It's already happening, but for you it's new. You want to set up a new unit by purchase a machine, like CNC machine or VMC machine you want to purchase and do machining. So that activity that is called greenfield. So if the promoters have considerable experience in the lineup activity, like working in the similar organization or through like some other entities he has worked, so if they want to set up a new unit, so that can be covered under Sthapan. Like here, 100% funding cannot be done. So like promoters contribution and term loan model, that will be done. And for in the capital expenditure, purchase of land, building, civil works, plant and machinery, entire project cost can be covered under this. And in all the schemes, need not to mention that we check CIBIL. It has to be like in the due diligence, CIBIL score should be good. When I say good, it should be CMR should be better than CMR 6, and TransUnion score of the promoters to be more than 700. And Jokata, for that GST thing, the Jokata level should be better than JBBB. It starts from JAA and ends at JD. So JBBB, up to JBBB, generally banks are taking. So these two things as a due diligence thing will be checking. Yeah, interest rate will be linked to MCLR, and repayment period will be 7 years. SIDBI is taking various initiatives as far as green finance is concerned. So SIDBI has planned to fund 2,500 solar rooftop projects. Apart from that, we have plans to fund 50,000 EV. We have a scheme where EV vehicles, if the MSME is purchasing EV vehicles for business use, that can be funded. So up to 1 crore can be done. And we have planned to fund 50,000 EV vehicles